So we did how Gemini feels about Scorpio. Now, ooh, two of them. Okay, we'll do Aries first, and then we'll do Leo after that, okay? All right, so first we'll do Aries, then we'll do Leo. Okay, Scorpio, this is how Aries feels about you. Oh, right away, Page of Swords. So swords are like behaviors or our mind, you know, like our thoughts, behaviors. So if you think about a sword like a mirror, it mirrors the quality of our minds, okay? And then like the queen, she's not yet the queen, so it's still immature, but it's the graduation from the 1 to the 10 of the tree of life, right? So it's like high school, if you get what I mean. So this is like a new clarity, a new truth, okay? But I'll get more in depth with them after we get the cards laid out. Spirits, guides, angels, how does Aries feel about Scorpio? Queen of Pentacles. So we have the leader and the change and transformation. So you guys, but we also have fire and cups. Oh, Ace of Cups, nice. Okay, one more, please, Spirit. Have one more card. Oh, that one tried to come out. See that? Force it though, guys. Remember, now tarot usually bases around relationships because relationships teach us about ourselves. It also has control over everything. So like our heart chakra is green, and if our emotions are not stable, then our money isn't stable. So everything always goes back to relationships, okay? This doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a business relationship. It could be any relationship, because this is where we learn most about ourselves, okay? And we mirror our partners usually. So it could be you. The energy is fluid, or it could be them, okay? Just take it as it resonates. Don't make it make sense, though. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Don't make it make sense, okay? I tell you the cards, the energies, where you're at now. I can't predict the future because we have free will. So I tell you the energies that you're in now and the energies around you, and then you get to decide, okay? It's clarity. So, but your day determines, and everything else determines on what you choose, okay? All right, so here we go. This is how Aries feels about my Scorpios. So here's the Page of Swords. Like I said, this is air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now, it doesn't mean that that's what it has to do with. A lot of times people don't understand that. So it's the energy of it, okay? The energy, every card has an energy to it. And that's all this is energy. So this card is air signs, energy, air energy. See what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that it has to do with that sign. It just says, every zodiac has elements, okay? So this is air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is cups, which is water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. See what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. If you watch more of my videos, sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought. If you watch more of my videos, you'll understand, and you'll see how I read tarot. So you guys understand it. I'm not just telling you. You guys get to understand it, and you take it for what I say. I don't tell your story. You tell your story. So right here, this is the Page of Swords. This is like dissolution, okay? So Aries feels defensive about a personal vulnerability, maybe receiving mixed signals. If you're looking for any acknowledgement or wrongdoing, you're probably not going to receive it, okay? So you can't act immature or unaccountable. So that's what I said. Like she's not as mature as the queen, but you know. So what I mean by that is that this is somebody, like if you think about a teenager, okay. So this person, Aries, might feel like you are acting immature, or you're not holding yourself accountable, or like I said, it could be the other way around. You could feel that way about Aries, okay. So they feel defensive about a personal vulnerability, okay. So maybe receiving mixed signals. If you are looking for acknowledgement of wrongdoing, you're probably not going to receive it. Okay. So here's the thing about the Emperor. So this makes perfect sense. Okay. The Emperor, he's a leader, right? He's very disciplined, right? He gets things done, right? He's the leader of the zodiac for a reason. He's like, this is like the father card. Think about that. So everybody wonders, like, under all these clothes, why he wears armor underneath his clothes. And he says, well, that's to protect me from my biggest vulnerability, which is, or biggest threat, which is vulnerability, right? So he does not show vulnerability because that's what they're taught, right? But we need to unlearn everything that we learned, guys. We need to be vulnerable. We have to be vulnerable, because if we armor up we don't only block out the bad, we also block out the good. We could do that when we were younger because we had to protect ourselves, but as adults, we can manage it, okay? Meaning that situations that happen now, we know how to deal with it. We know how to get through it. So make sure that, talk to them, or you yourself, you being vulnerable, because that's part of a relationship. Okay. Otherwise, what are you in a relationship for? I mean, you're supposed to feel emotions and give emotions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what relationships are about. Okay. So we are human. We're not robots, and we need to feel. And like I said, if we armor up and we block all that out, we also going to block everything else out, because you have to have, for anything to work in life, you have to be all in. You can't cut corners. You can't only give half yourself. So, if you don't, it'll never work. Okay. So let them know that they need to be vulnerable. Don't go up to them and say, you need to be vulnerable. Don't say that. Try to talk to them, and get to the bottom of it. Or remember I said, now relationship, we often are like attracted to the likeness of, so whatever they're doing, if you recognize it, then you have to ask yourself if that has something to do with you, because we are magnetized toward if you're on the same like wavelength, right? You're going to attract that like person. Okay. So you can't sit there and say that they're toxic and you're not, because that makes no sense. Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, you are just as toxic, because you are with that person for a reason. Okay. And if it's upsetting you, or if anything is upsetting you, you gotta dig deeper and find out why it triggers you. Okay. Because nobody could ever make you feel insecure or jealous or incomplete if you're whole, if you're healed. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so try to have them open up a little bit more. They might feel like when you are being emotional that you're being immature, but really you're not. You're being, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the misunderstandings come in. You need to communicate. 5 minutes of communication can eliminate so much misunderstandings and being misunderstood. So make sure that you communicate. Okay. Now here's the Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy, but it's also just Pentacles. So that's earth signs, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So that's the energy, the earth sign, right? So if you can see this woman right here, she's looking at her pentacle. She's holding her pentacle like she absolutely adores it, right? So this is like a nurturing card, or like perseverance or grace. Sorry guys, I have my notifications on because this takes a lot of my time. So I have to pay attention to my notifications. But anyways, so she's the queen. Every queen is good at something, a specific thing. So this one reminds me like of a grandmother card, like somebody who takes care of something in our physical world, right? Or like nurturing person, like she has grace, right? So her thing is playing the hand that you were dealt. Okay. So Capricorn energy. So Aries feels content and happy with how current life is unfolding with you. Okay. So even if there are some anxieties, triggers, or expressed or triggers, right? So from here, right? So even if there's some anxieties or triggers, there's still happiness that remains. So they're still happy with you. Okay. So it may also signify a person who may be reassured occasionally. So this person may need to be reassured sometimes. Okay. So like I'm saying, if they don't know how to be vulnerable, then they're closing that aspect out of them. And it's hard to be vulnerable with them if they're not being vulnerable. So they might need that reassurance from you, because you might not be giving it to them because you're not sure. You know what I'm saying? So that causes confusion. So I would talk to them about it. Okay. And make them feel safe. Like that's the biggest thing about vulnerability is like, in order for somebody to be vulnerable, they need to feel safe. Don't shame, don't blame, don't criticize. We don't have that right to do that to people. And if you do that, go ahead. I mean, we have free will, right? But that's when they armor up, and then you're screwed, because they're not going to take that armor off. Okay. They need to feel safe with you. And if you're a partner, if this is a relationship, even if it's a business relationship, like you need to feel that you can trust the people that you're working with. Right. And regardless if it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, it's the same laws. Okay. Like you need to trust them. They need to trust you. You guys you're on the same team. See what I'm saying? You guys do things together. You want to, succeed together and be, like it's all the same thing. That's why I said it doesn't matter if it's a friendship, relationship. It doesn't. The laws are, everything's still the same. It's just however we label them. Okay. So here's the Ace of Cups. Nice. And I'll stop talking so much. So this is water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You guys are water signs, right? This is emotions, cups, water. right? So God has their hand on the cup, and there's a dove, and he's filling so much love. It's overflowing. So there's a lot of love here, okay? Now, doesn't mean new love, okay? But this isn't a new love, but like a new emotion, maybe, okay? So if you've been with them for a while, that's what that means. If not, hey, here we go. So Aries feels great love and or affection for you. A positive new beginning is at hand, and card encourages you to make a decision that leads to a renewal, a renewed joy and love in your heart. So this is like new empathy or new feeling, right? So that if you talk to them about what's going on and you understand them more, that like, oh, that's why that's why they don't open up to me. That's why. It's not because they don't want to or because they, don't like wanted to get that close to you. It's maybe they don't know how. Or maybe they're scared to. They've had this armor on so long, they don't know how to take it off. See what I'm saying? So have that talk, guys. That's what we're in relationships for. You are the biggest lessons, so but be nice about it. So here's the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So the Pentacles always remind me of the Pentacles are anything in our physical material world, right? So this could be a job, it could be a house. But to me, this is like rubber and glass, okay? And you're finding that even flow, right? So that's what I said. Like this is fire and you're water. Fire and water. Like that is in itself is conflict. But everything is, okay? So that's the yin and the yang. That's the black and the white. It's the night and the day. We need those two in life for us to find that balance in the middle, right? So that's what this is about right here. See that? You find a way to make it work, okay? It's not always going to be easy. See how he's kind of like struggling a little bit and it's a little bit wavy? Of course it is. Nothing that's worthwhile is ever easy, okay? And any relationship, you have to work at it. The thing about now is that people don't want to work at relationships anymore. They just want to do the instant gratification and me. That sounds like a 5-year-old kid. Like, I want it and I want it now. Or if, like you play with a 5-year-old and he always gets to choose the game, you're not going to play. You know what I'm saying? So we need to grow up. Like really do. Instant gratification is not going to make you feel good about yourself or your life. And there's no goals there. You need a long-term goal to feel and also be responsible in like a decent human being. I'm not saying you have to be in a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But people really need to stop this one-night stand crap or this, like hooking up on the internet, because I'm telling you right now, those people, that's okay. So they say like the definition of a psychopath is somebody who uses somebody for short-term gratification. If you're not a psychopath now, you're going to turn into one, because you can't keep practicing that kind of behavior and not become that. Okay. So be mindful of that, okay? We are not, like, even in a reproduction sense, ants are like the one day, and we're geared towards relationships, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. I'm not saying that you guys do one-night stands or that they do, but you can give this information off to other people too. So that's why I tell you guys things like that. This is important. They say like a lot of people are depressed and miserable and anxious and anxiety. Well, of course. I mean, you don't have anything. You're not being a responsible human being. You're not working towards anything long-term. People don't know what they're going to do with their life because of that fact. Your partner always sees the best in you in a soulful sense, in like your soul. And when you're not being yourself, or you're being, like something else, they push you to be that person. That's what relationships are about, to always be better, like help each other be better and like grow together and everything else. So anyway, I'll stop talking again. So here's the Two of Pentacles. So this is like a decision, or, make, like I said, balancing it out. So this is Jupiter and Capricorn. You guys got a lot of Capricorn. Well, you got twice. But anyways, this person Aries is waffling between two decisions. Their choices will shift like the waves. So there may be a lot of back and forth before a decision is reached. Maintain your sense of humor, or this current indecisiveness could drive you crazy. Okay, so this is the Lord of harmonious change. Like I said, you got to find that balance, guys. Okay, so this is automatic conflict, fire and water. But we can't look at it like conflict. Like, is our glass half full or half empty? So it has to be this. This is what completes the whole world. The yin and the yang, right? And that circle is what keeps it together. The black and the white, that's the gray. See what I'm saying? The man and the woman and their spirit or faith, whatever it is, in the middle. We need this in our world. We need the hot and the cold to balance out that middle path of warm. See what I'm saying? Without hot, there'd be no cold. Without either one of these, they're not going to be the middle, the balance. So you guys complete that, if you will. Okay. So let's see if there's any messages from Spirit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. I'm so grateful for all the support I have so much already. And I apologize too, but I can't find my glasses and my eyes are really hurting me. So that's probably why I'm talking more than anything. Wow, look at 2 Pentacles. Can't make this up, guys. Get a Tower in reverse. 4 Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands. Strength. And 2 of Pentacles. We waited so long. I'm missing your love. Yeah, my readings are my videos are really raw. I'm just being myself. I'm not gonna put on a show for anybody. I'm as real as it comes. Like I can't be fake, and I'm sorry, guys. If you can't like handle that, or if I'm too much for you, you did it. Whatever. There's other readers, guys. I'm gonna be myself, and there's things I do like. This does take a lot of time of my day, so my life still happens in the background, and I'm still gonna be me. So letting you guys know that. And I want you guys to be yourselves too. And I'm going to ask a question on every reading now, because I want people to engage the energy, and then also it helps you guys. It's like something that Spirit wants you to think about. Okay, so you don't have to answer it, but something for you to think about. But if you want to answer it, just answer it in the comments. But please keep everything positive. I will not under no circumstances tolerate any negativity at all. No shaming, no blaming, nothing. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so the Tower in reverse. That is, it's the Mars and fire, okay? So 6 and 1 is 7. 7 on True Life is seeking solutions, right? So this is like illness, loss, obstacles, or personal transformation, or maybe even fear of change, like I said, right? So, or like a reality. But see, we try to stop these towers from happening, but they need to happen. So this is going to keep happening until this communication happens, right? Because we can't cut corners. We can't be half in. We can't do this half-ass. Like, oops, sorry, I'm trying not to swear with Spirit. Like, if you ever did the dishes and one is still dirty, then you have to spend more energy washing it again. If you just did it right, right? So have that talk, okay? So they understand that they need to be vulnerable, that it's okay when they were younger to do this, but now that we're adults, we don't need to do this anymore, okay? Because like I said, we're not only blocking out what could happen, we also block out the good. Okay, so we can't have armor on to protect us from vulnerability. We need to be vulnerable. We're human beings, and being vulnerable is courageous. Okay, that is more courageous than not being. So that's going to keep happening until this tower is going to keep on trying to happen until this is fixed. So keep that in mind. 4 Wands. This is like a celebration, but also reminds me of like the home. So this might be affecting the home, maybe. Just take it as it resonates, guys. Like I said, don't make it make sense, but that's the way I always take it, that it has something to do with home, like a celebration of home, but it's in reverse. So it's like the Lord of perfected work. So this is Venus and Aries. So this is their energy. So this is like a personal celebration or inner harmony or conflict with others, like I said. Okay, so that might be happening. And then the Knight of Wands. So Wands are fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Just the same as the Page. This is the immature version of the King, right? So the Knight of Wands, it's kind of interesting. It's fire. Okay, the Knights are fire and Wands are fire. So this is fire and fire. So he's very fiery, if you will. And on the other cards that have color, his horse is even red. So it just shows like how much that it's how much passion and fire there is. Okay, so with the Knights, they're always moving. Okay, so all Wands are fire, and okay, so he's a very fiery fellow, and like I said, even his horse is fire. Then he even has flames that come out of his armor, and also on top of his helmet. So he has this person has a lot of enthusiasm. Okay, this energy is Sagittarius specifically, but all Knights are mutable because they're all moving, like I said, because they're all on horses. So they might tend to. This tends to a matter of change, okay? So this has to do with change. So there are also salamanders in every of these cards because the salamanders can live through fire, okay? So also his phrase is impulse to freedom. So because he's upright, he's in the higher polarity, which means that he is dignified. He does this through yearning and learning, and in a positive way. So he wants to learn. Okay, so this is somebody who's very determined to learn, and it's good because it's upright, and because this is fire, this has got to be him, right? So they're ready, they're open to learning, and they want to move forward. Just letting you know that, you know, that's why this card is here, and it's in a good way, in a good aspect. Otherwise, it would be reversed if it wasn't. So here's a strength card. That strength is 8. This is right here. So this is like, you know, that inner. So like if this is where it's hard for us to do, right? So see the beast right there? It's a lion, and she's taming this lion with her calming, loving nature. But this lion is wild, and it could kill her, right? So like, how is she doing that? How is she taming this wild beast? Well, she's doing with her loving, calming nature. And my favorite analogy of this is like, just like a lion, a fire can be wild, right? And get out of hand, it could kill us, right? So when the firemen go to a fire, do you ever see them fight fire with fire? No, they don't. Why? Because everybody will get hurt and die, right? They fight it with water, right? So that's what you are. You're water, right? So she calms this lion with her loving, calming nature. Meaning that sometimes they might be a little bit fiery, but you're water, you're emotion, right? You can calm them down. You know, you can make them feel safe so they can take off this armor, right? So that's what it's telling you. That's the strength. It's inner strength, right? Being above. Like, and if they start like swearing or calling you names, don't stoop to their level. That's also what that means too, okay? Don't fight fire with fire. And then 2 of Pentacles. It's the same thing. Like I said, must be Spirit really wants you guys to know that even though there's fire and water, and that you guys are completely on the 2 different spectrums, that's exactly what the universe needs to balance. So it's very important we need that, right? So this relationship is very important too. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So this is Venus and Cancer energy. So this is I don't know. What am I doing? That's Cups. This is 2 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, guys. I told you my eyes are not. I need my glasses so bad. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Why it was 2 of Cups? That's goofy. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles. Jupiter and Capricorn. So Capricorn works, and Jupiter is expansive. Okay, so this is the Lord of harmonious change. Like I said, this is juggle, struggling to balance, to maintain, unsure, not knowing path, and ups and downs and adaptability. Like I said, so you learn how to find that flow and make it work. Okay, because we need to in this world. There's always going to be hot and cold. We need those, but we need to find that middle path of the warm. Okay, so here's your reading on how Aries feels about you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Oh yeah, your questions. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So remember, I said this is something that Spirit just wants you to think about. If you want to answer in the comments, that's great because it'll link to energies. But keep everything positive, guys. Like I said, I will not tolerate any negativity. And also, I'm doing like a buy her a coffee thing, so that'll be at the end too. If you guys want to buy me a coffee, that would be great because this takes, like I said, it takes a lot of time. So coffee's my favorite thing through this. So Spirit wants you to know, what is your favorite way to practice self-care and take care of your well-being? Reflect on that. Okay, meditate on that. What is your favorite way to practice self-care and take care of your well-being? And then also, if you want to, go ahead and, even my cross-watchers, go ahead and comment your answer in the comments below too. It's share the energy, and it'll be nice to know, like, we always learn from other human beings. So the connection would be great. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Love and light.